this evening or this morning, wherever you are in the world. It is dead on 4 o'clock in the afternoon here in South Africa. My name's Kelly, and I'm going to be here with you for the next 45 minutes to have a look and see what is happening on our cameras around different locations. Always such a treat. You never know what is going to turn up. So let's see who's joining us this afternoon. Amber Co. Thanks to all that bring us these shows, very much appreciated. It's an absolute pleasure, Amber, and thanks to everyone behind the scenes here as well. I see you have a tasty treat with you this afternoon. Excellent news. Who else have we got joining us this afternoon? We have, coffee and blueberry muffin. Good choice, Amber, good choice. Zygote. Hi, Kelly. Namaste, namaste. Straight back to you, Zygote. Casper's third ghost. Happy Tuesday, Kelly and everyone. Coffee and PB cookies today. Delightful. I've actually got a cream soda on the go this afternoon, which is a bit unusual. Nice temperature here today. It's only about 25, 26, nothing too brutal. So I'm here enjoying a nice cream soda today. Dear NC, good morning, Kelly and everyone. It's an absolute pleasure to be here, ready with your coffee. Good choice on the coffee, Andy. Good afternoon, everyone. Let's hope the animals are looking at their social media and come running when the show starts. Let's hope. But as is always the way, we just never know. So thank you all for being here. We've got some. This is such a nice thing to see. Lovely group of elephants, and I love how they, well, normally, not always, they often wait patiently for their turn. And I think that's probably where the water is coming in there. I've seen it many times before. Elephants will flock around where the water's coming into those dams or pans. So often they show such lovely manners. Oh, look at the little guy there. Hello, little one. Are you going to have a little drink there? I remember someone once saying I'm not entirely sure if it's true. I'd like to go back and check my statistics, but if they can walk under mum's tummy, they're definitely under a year old, and that's clearly well below mum's tummy there. Oh, mum said it's time to move. So remember, we are live and interactive. You are most welcome to send through any questions or comments or what you have as snacks for today's show. You're welcome to ask me anything at all. Whether or not I will know the answer is a different matter, but it's always fascinating to get so many unusual questions through, as we do so often get from you guys. Things a little bit out of the ordinary, which is great. It gets us thinking, and we can all learn together. That's definitely a little freshwater pipe or something coming in there. I've seen it in Madikwe many times. I was in Madikwe for a good few years, and there used to be the elephants they'd almost queue. It was almost a queuing system. We used to see hundreds of elephants around Klo Dam. Klo obviously meaning elephant in Tswana. And they would come in, and one herd would come in, and it sort of file through the drinking fountain, and the other herd would sort of wait its turn, and then one group would leave, and they would all stick their trunks right up that pipe where that lovely fresh water was coming out. And why wouldn't they? Why would you want to drink muddy water that other animals have been swimming in when you can get it straight from the tap. Everywhere is looking really very dry at the moment. Here in the Lowfell, we got a tiny spattering of rain. We had a couple of nights ago, but everywhere is very much ready for the rains to come, and that goes for this very dry space as well. But it's coming. The forecast has been threatening thunderstorms for a couple of days now, but they keep burning off and disappearing. Beautiful dead tree in the middle there. Who else have we got? Oh, it is super dry there. Look at that. Yeah, everywhere is very much ready for some rain. There's just a tiny little bit of grass on that island there at the bottom of that dead tree. Only green to be seen. Roll on the rains. They finished their drink. When the seasons change here, it never gets old. Sort of everywhere is dry, and then suddenly the rains come, and everywhere there's just green and water, and everything comes alive, and all the insects come out, and within the space of a few days, sometimes nature just explodes into life. And then in the summer, everywhere is thick and green and lush, and you've forgotten what it looks like when it's dry again. Oh, look at that little guy over there. What's he doing? So today in the Lowfeld, I think it's about 25, 26. We have seen a 40 degrees, a couple of 40 degrees. And then bizarrely, it dropped down to sort of 13 degrees last week sometime. I don't know where everyone is in the world, but what are your temperatures doing? What hemisphere are you in? Are you coming into summer or are you coming into winter? Tell us how your weather's doing. Here is actually quite delightful today. This is a very peaceful scene, actually. Elephants can often get a little bit fractious around water points like this, but this is a very calm, peaceful drinking session by the looks of things. But then sometimes what happens is you get a big bull, decides it's time for a drink, and everything gets a bit silly. Is that little guy on the left? I can't quite see. Is he drinking from mum? There's some. Couldn't quite see what was going on under there. Oh, look at the dust bathing going on. It's always been a photo I've really wanted to get, and I always mess it up because I'm not a very good photographer, to be honest. But I've had some lovely missed opportunities of elephants after they've been drinking, and then they go and dust bathe, and they throw that dust, they throw it over their backs and their shoulders and their heads, and that trunk flies up in the air. But unfortunately, I'm not a very good photographer, and I don't think I've ever managed to get that perfect shot of the dust into the sunset. Not yet, anyway. I'm going to be interested to see in the summer how much further this pan will spread when the rains come. I haven't seen this area in the summer, so I'm going to be very interested to see the crazy change in water spread or depth when the rains come. I always find I try and remember a point on a tree because very often we do see these dead trees in dams or pans, and especially if you're a regular viewer, I would make or even take a picture, make a mental note of how high the water is on that dead tree, and then we can watch together to see how much it rises as the season carries on. Look, look at that one with his trunk up like that, or her trunk, sorry. I can often find it quite difficult to sex elephants. But one clue I do often use is see both of those look like females to me. Is that very square head, so almost at right angles. And the males tend to have a smoother forehead. It's not quite as angular on the top. What are you doing, little guy? Having a little play. That stance, those ears out, chin tall. Looks like he's maybe trying to intimidate something, or maybe there's a bird landed that he's going, oh no, we're going to have a dust bath. I do enjoy watching these. Um, the progression of dust throwing abilities in elephants. When they're very little, they're absolutely hopeless, and oh, they often pick up dust and sort of try and dust bathe. And oh, who have we got coming in here? They often try and dust bathe and they miss, and they try and get it behind their ears and they throw it over their back. But then, as they get older, they get very. Oh, it looks very peaceful here. Not too much drama. Oh, I recognise this outlook. This is Tau. This is the Tau waterhole by the looks of things. Anyone is welcome to correct me if I'm wrong. A view I've seen many times. There's a something walking up on that hill behind these wildebeest, almost dead center, right at the top of my screen. I can't quite see what it is. I'm going to guess a kudu. Oh, just see his legs. Can I hear red-eyed dove calling in the background there? Again, everyone is very peaceful today. I am the red-eyed dove. We used to actually see some huge kudus up on these koppies. I think I've just had a little internet glitch coming through, but I'm just seeing everyone's comments now. April Owl, sorry I missed you. Sunny Connecticut with lemon and iced tea. Super. Mandy Tillypow, welcome to you. Who else have we got that's joined us? Mr. HUAE Coffee and Cake, welcome. And yeah, April, that was a tiny baby elephant. Very, very cute. Kelly Farrell, excellent name. Hello from Cleveland. Welcome to the show. And I can see there's also one. B Weeks 0073. You're new here. Where am I located? I'm currently in the Lowveld of South Africa. Absolutely stunning area. It's home. And we're coming into summer now. I see you're there in Georgia, USA, and you're going into fall. There was sound asleep wildebeest there. Mr. HUAE 87, what is my favourite name? Sorry, my favourite bird. Oh, it's a tricky one. I've got lots of favourite birds, but I think currently my favourite bird is still the crested guinea fowl. They're super, super cool. Haven't seen them very often up in the north of Kruger. I apologise if anyone's got a few echoes going on. This wildebeest sat just ruminating, chewing the cud. They've got different stomach setup, so it helps with their digestion. Highly effective in getting all the nutrients they can out of the grass they feed on. So nice to see these views at Tau. It's been such a long time since I've been up there. I miss it. Okay, I think we might have some elephants across at Shalati Sunrise. We can maybe go across and see what's happening over there. I think these wildebeest will stay put. Oh, look at this lovely river. One of my favourite things about this area is all the beautiful drainage lines and rivers that run through it. They're right down there in the river. This is where this time of year, it's actually a really good time of year for game viewing. And people often ask, I know someone asked me where I was, in the Lowfeld area at least. I think personally, this is one of the best times of year for game viewing in this area. Late August, September, October. So while you do miss lots of the insects and the baby animals and migratory birds are already making their way back, but rivers, dams, ponds are so often alive with different animals congregating around the water. After the rains come, animals can tend to disperse, but we very often see this is a very common scene, especially around the Kruger area. Elephants down there in the rivers feeding in those reeds. This is a this is a really nice example of look at that tiny elephant, of why we often don't walk in drainage lines or indeed down at river areas, because so many animals, I mean, that whole herd of elephants can just disappear in those reeds. Oh, look at this little guy though. If that ground was just a tiny bit lower, you wouldn't see any of these elephants down here. And if there was buffalo or any other hippos, you would definitely have no idea that they were even there. Teddy Lad Lulu, good afternoon. From rainy Cheshire. Hello in Cheshire. I've recently spent quite a bit of time in the UK. I do realise you are coming into winter, thus my departure. Thanks for joining us, Teddy Lad Lulu. Oh, I do miss these river scenes. I'm actually desperate to get into the Kruger. Maybe the weekend. I think the schools are on holiday here at the moment, so I might hold off for another week or so. Um, but I miss these rivers, and there's such good birding down there as well. If you can find a nice spot on a crossing or a bridge, maybe where you just saw those vehicles crossing, you can spend the whole day there. That's a great spot to hang out. Bit of paddling, nice bit of food there. Okay, we're going to leave these elephants, and I think we've got some waterbuck across at Safari Hook. Let's see if we can find any. Perfect. How's that for timing? Oh, wow! Everywhere is bone dry. Look, and before this waterbuck drops its head, see if we can see, or maybe this one on the right. I've got a very good look. I've got a very good friend called Megan who once pointed out that waterbuck noses look like little hearts. And you can actually see that really nicely there. These all look like females, come down for a drink normally, found pretty close to water, and they're having a big drink. And this again is one of the very important reasons. Um, Sometimes in the summer, it's slightly more acceptable, but one of the reasons it's so nice to be able to have these cameras around these dams, because it's not, especially not in the winter, it's not appropriate for, in my opinion, for vehicles to spend too much time at water points, especially not to stop or get out the vehicles at all, or even if they're going to deter animals from coming down for a drink. Oh, hello. Hi. That was a surprise. Um, because animals often travel long distances to get to these pans, and the last thing we want to do is interrupt their behavior. They may have walked kilometers to come for this drink, but those waterbuck were possibly cut slightly short by the arrival of these guys. Hello, Lily. There's lots of young elephants around at the moment. It's all, oh, there we go. They are drinking now. Elephants often get very excited when they're going for a drink, and they normally get quicker and quicker as they pick up pace as they head towards the waterhole. But this one on the right-hand side was just hanging back a bit there. Maybe she was checking. I think that little one probably belongs to them. Maybe they were just doing a quick safety check before she encouraged the young one to go and drink. Everyone's very calm today. And with the summer coming, maybe on some of these cameras, we might get to see um, elephants swimming. I've seen it quite a few times before, but yeah, even in this scenario, if I was an elephant and I was hot, I'd be straight in that water. But very often they just drink from the sides, don't get in. But I know there's one reserve not too far from here, and I've seen elephants properly swimming under the water, splashing around. Seen them many, many times. Oh, and as I say that, in the elephant goes. I was wrong. Oh, who are you shaking your head at? I wonder if maybe they don't go in because they know it will stir all the mud up and all the rest of it, so it won't be as nice for the others to drink. Wouldn't be surprised. I can just imagine the young ones wanting to run in and the adults going, "Get out of there, you're going to make it all dirty." Oh, and we're done. Off we go. You can have a little drink. See, that's high. That's a stretch for that young one to get up to those front mammary glands. That's a big stretch. The troper, I agree. That little elephant is super cute. But look, 2 minutes after I say you don't often see them going right in the water, there we go, elephants in the water. Oh, we're having a little bit of a tussle over on the left there. Like this one's just walked straight across the middle and stirred up all the mess for everyone else. See, this is what I'm more used to seeing around waterholes. A little bit of pushing and I don't know how to say that. Dr. Ubald, if that's how you pronounce it. You're asking, is there any way to replenish or supplement water at Tau? Is there another waterhole nearby? They do. There's a pipeline. They can, but they have to do it very sparingly because of water restrictions. So when I was there anyway, it was possible. Um, I haven't actually known what the workings of the Tau waterhole are for a while now. But normally, waterholes there is a way to top them up manually. There are a couple of other waterholes not too far from Tau, but only small ones. They're just small other waterholes close to other lodges. Oh, it was this boy that walked straight across the water, obviously being a boy and being boisterous and stirring up all the mud. That explains it. Um, so yeah, there are ways to top up the Tau waterhole, but they have to manage it and use water sparingly. And it's definitely the largest waterhole for quite a long way. It's a stunning waterhole. So good question. And I think this is that elephant just got down to roll there. This is lovely to see. Oh, there we go. Proper dusting going on now. And look, that little one just got down, rolling around in the dust, having a blast. So that these elephants, they do this to help with um, skin management, sort of a facial. They'll do it to try and keep them a little bit cooler. It will help them with mites and things on their skin. It's basically a skin conditioning. Ah, there we go. See, that's the picture I've always wanted. But with like orange sun, with that huge big throw of dust over the back there. There, oh, that is so cool. And they can almost, when they're adults, they get very good at it. And if he's going to do it, watch it, he might throw behind his ears. You can, they often do under each front armpit. Yeah, I guess they're armpits. Under their armpits, across their back, between their back legs. They'll go dust, dust. And then also often behind each ear, they get a really good covering. Done like a pro, this guy here. A bit of a scratch. What's he looking at? I feel like he's looking at me. Some more tussling going on. Why that little guy behind you? And they often get quite excited when they do this dust bathing as well. It must feel nice. It must be a good feeling, you know, getting all under the creases and crevices. And I do see they often get quite, you can, it looks like enjoyment to me. And it's probably a very social activity. They're all there doing the same thing, and the elephants will often, they have preferred dusting spots as well, where there's particularly good dust, maybe. But look at these two elephants on the left here, having a push and a shove. Slightly younger elephants, testing strength, testing abilities. So this one on the left is definitely a young boy. And so is the other one, which doesn't surprise me at all. And they're practicing. They're practicing strength, they're practicing technique, and they're playing. Animals play. Ooh, handbag. Little foot stamp there. So play is a very important part of mammals. All mammals' brains. There's a play system, and part of effective neuroscience. Uh, Panksepp suggests 7 emotional systems, and one of them, and a very, very important one of those systems, is play. Very important that this system is activated in all mammals. It's good for the soul. It's good for physicality. It's good for well-being. And this is exactly what we're seeing here. There's some play going on. I think quite a lot of these elephants have got quite short tusks. Looks like a couple might be broken, and tusk size can be genetic. So it could be, oh, where have we gone? Elephants in a specific area, if they are prone to slightly shorter tusks, that could be what's going on here. Oh, that little one staying close to that big adult female. Okay, as the elephants head off, let's head across to Tembe, and I think we've got a oh, look at that. Now this is definitely a kingfisher. I'm actually gonna have to check and see which one it is, if I'm completely honest. I think it's probably brown hooded, but don't quote me. I'm a little bit rusty on my birds. It's like anything, if you don't practice, use it or lose it, as they say. But yeah, I think this is a brown hooded kingfisher. If anyone out there disagrees with me, you are more than welcome to let me know. So as I'm sure everyone knows, not all kingfishers feed on fish, confusingly. Um, why would you call a bird after what it actually eats? That would be far too easy. These brown-headed kingfishers do often feed on insects and things as well. And I'm actually going to try and play you their call. If you can hear this. That's what this guy sounds like. Okay, I think we're going to quickly head off to Tenby, and I think we might. I know that is where we are. This is Tenby, and this is a kingfisher. The way he's looking, it almost feels like he heard me play that call, but obviously he didn't. What's he looking at? Okay, I'm going to throw this open to the room. I'm now doubting myself. No, this is a brown-hooded kingfisher. I still think one of the best ways to identify kingfishers is with their call. Always the best way for me. Oh, I think we might have some baboons on one of the cameras, which I love to watch. Oh, this is awesome. I really, really do enjoy watching baboons. This is actually one of my favourite animals to watch. Um, it's not easy to find baboons relaxed. They're either doing something naughty. Oh, Karu. Hi, Karu. Brown-hooded kingfisher. Yeah, I thought it was a brown-hooded kingfisher, but if you look at something for long enough, you start to doubt yourself. So thank you very much for confirming, Karu. Hugely appreciated. But I really do enjoy watching baboons. I can watch them for hours. Not when they're being naughty, around homes or anything like that. And out in the bush, they're often not super relaxed around vehicles. But I'm going to stop talking and just let you watch them. And I love you can almost see them thinking about what they're doing. They do things very deliberately. They pick things up and they sort of pick things up and check them and put them back down and maybe pick them back up again. Very deliberate actions. Oh, there's a little one. So pick it up, sniff it. Yep, nope, that bit's all right. What's this? Nope, don't want that bit. Let me check. I'm going to check this bit nicely. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to open this and I'm going to rip it up and I'm going to eat that bit. And I'm going to taste it. Yeah, that was all right. You can almost see them thinking. Casper's third ghost. Thank you, Kelly and Africam. Another heartwarming show. The Ellies were so relaxing. It is lovely to watch them hang. But honest, oh, look at that tiny baboon at the back. I could watch baboons for hours. Look at that tiny one, look, being held by mum. Oh no, gone off to play. Yeah, baboons, I think, are my favourite animals to watch. And I hope you all continue enjoying them without me. Um, just look what this one at the front's doing. It's like ripping up a piece of grass. I don't know what's happening, but very, very deliberate movements. But yeah, I hope you all carry on watching these baboons. Such a joy to be able to get the inside picture from these cameras. Oh, look at that tiny one. But thank you all so much for joining me this afternoon. Carry on watching those cameras. Enjoy the rest of your day, your morning, your afternoon, and please join us again soon. In the meantime, stay safe out there and keep on enjoying.